How do I prompt engineer in a quarter, a tenth, a hundredth of the time of some other people? I go on OpenAI.com inside their developer information, and they have this wonderful article over prompt engineering best practices. This was first developed around 4.0, 4.0, somewhere in there. Maybe it was 4. And what I find interesting is while you can get too granular in detail with your prompts, in most professional use cases, that level of granularity is not hurting you, it's only helping you. And so what I do is I copy and paste this, and I will take it over into um, a Claude, a DeepSeek, and I will paste it in specifically with the information that I wanted to do. Here in DeepSeek, uh, if I open up this chat, you can see that all I did was first tell it I need to create synthetic data. I wanted to give someone an example of how do we do some normalization. And then I told it to generate another synthetic data set that is exactly like the first, except all the categories are different, the field names are different, and um, then I argued with it a little bit over, hey, look, I really just want you to have the second data set's category list so I can include it in. And then when I went here, all I did was I need to write a brand new prompt, which will accomplish an extract transform load step where we normalize dataset 2 to our dataset 1. Assume it's using CSV, and the normalization will be done with Python. We need to first identify how we normalize the first data model and then write the code. And so then I pasted in that synthetic dataset 1, synthetic dataset 2, and then I pasted in how to write a good prompt. And what was fun, interesting, amusing, is both Claude and DeepSeek are now smart enough that they ignored the fact that I wanted them to write a prompt. And instead, they went in and they started to build the Python right away, build the normalization. And they didn't even talk through, they did in the background of their thinking process. Um, and I had to go say, you did not write the prompt. Generate, don't generate the code. I want you to write the prompt. And even then, DeepSeek struggled. Claude did a fantastic job after I told it, I don't want the code, I want you to actually build the prompt. And so what's great is it set out specifically. Um, but it was a little too specific in its prompting. So if you look here, it's already building into the prompt the specific answers. And I had to go say, I want the prompt to be generic with instructions on how to do the job. And so then it took all of that context of over how to build a good prompt. And it took all the context of those examples that I provided it. And it finally got a prompt that when I stick it in with the data sets that we were looking at, it generates an ETL job that is comprehensive and functional. Um, I don't think that there is a single ETL job that I would ever trust with an agentic system, which at the end of the day, all I'm doing is building an agentic system where I'd be able to pop in data, have it analyze, have another agent analyze it. An agent is just prompt putting a context around uh, a large language model. And so, all of that to say, that's how I build a prompt. I don't spend a lot of time. I've talked more about how I build prompts in this than how I actually spend time building prompts. Again, I go in, I hit copy, I go here. Okay, so I'm playing with Claude, and I've not really ever used Claude before. And I just say, I need you to build a prompt that will um, allow for the grading of college term papers by an LM according uh, for a biomedical informatics class according to the best practices. You know, you can never type when you're being recorded, being looking at someone according to the best practices listed below. Uh, in Claude, I guess listed in what I pasted, and I hit play, and it generates a comprehensive prompt. It sets a context. You're an expert grader. It gives some. Uh, this will really play in nicely with O1. But there's a preparation stage, there's a grading rubric, research methodology, there's an evaluation process, and there's a feedback step. And you've got a comprehensive prompt to grade college term papers. Having tested this type of thing, it works. It's better than what you'll get by just saying, grade the following college term paper. And it gives you some place to start where you can do small tweaks quickly and iteratively rather than having to go and build brand new from scratch.